Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shay. Today's video is going to answer the question, what blessings are coming to you within the next 6 months? Yes, because we be blessed and not stressed over here, okay? This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this reading, within 6 months of that is when your blessings are coming in, okay, love? And with that, we're gonna go ahead and pick your cards. Hey, pal number one, welcome to your reading to find out what blessings are coming for you within the next 6 months. Let's see what we got here. We're going to start with this deck here, and then we're going to go into the others. If I can pick the cards up. Okay. Ooh. Now, it's going to be, I'm probably going to read some of these in upright, even though they are reversed. It's probably going to be a lot of changes going on. You will see with the cards when I start moving things around. Okay, pal number one. So it's kind of like this reading is kind of giving me a little bit of the history, or perhaps like what's going to happen to lead you to where you're going. So this is possibly my love pal. You have the Two of Water here. You may meet a significant character or person or your person that will play a big part in your love life within the next 6 months. I think this person, if nothing else, this is a relationship that balances you out and like emotionally feeds you, which is like amazing. Probably very good communication, or if nothing else, just feeling I don't want to say included, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like you can be yourself and feeling open and happy. There is a little bit of travel. There probably will be some really big changes, whether it's this relationship where you guys decide to like move together, or this person is your ideal person. Maybe you decide to change your home or change your appearance, things of that nature. There's a lot of positivity in regards to that. Now, there is this message of imbalance though, and I feel like some of you may have come out of a period where you were not working hard enough on something, or not having a practical plan for yourself, especially, or your money specifically, or your career, especially when it comes to legal documents as well. Maybe going to school, maybe you're a little shifty about whether or not you want to do school, stuff like that. Like there's going to be some sort of difficulty tied in there, but I think that they're kind of like, this is what you're coming out of instead of what's actually happening. I think also, if we're reading them in reverse, and upright rather, maybe some of you do kind of get back on the path. Remember, this relationship ends up balancing you out and you end up finding emotional balance. So I feel like things kind of turn around at some point where you figure out what it is that you want and you start working at it hard. I feel very strongly to tell somebody, don't try to rush the process, because you rushing the process will have you falling off this mountain, okay? It will have you falling off this mountain. So whether rushing the process to find a loved one, but rushing the process to find, you know what I mean, who you are, like this is all, they call it a journey and a spiritual journey for a reason, you know what I mean? So take your time going where you're trying to go. Also, there may be a fire sign that ends up playing a significant part in your life within the next 6 months. Again, with a double meaning, so that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could also be that you decide like how to get what you want. Like you put your passion behind something and your determination behind something, even your creativity. It's like your fire gets back burning again, which is a great thing. Especially, that makes complete sense, especially for my people who may have went through like a divorce or some type of separation agreement, or you know, you stop going to school, or you got a court problem or something of that nature. Like whatever's going on, it's like you're starting to see some positivity getting poured back into your life. Like you'll start to get your passion back if you've lost it for some time. There is some type of little message about listening to older more experienced people. So that may be important to use at some point within the next 6 months, especially an older male. Okay, so let's go ahead and add these cards here to see what's going on. Okay, we have the High Priestess. Okay, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the King of Cups. For sure. Okay, so remember we were talking about emotional balance there. So it's something with this pile about advice and like being advised and being like, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Being advised. Like, I feel like some of you are getting advice from somewhere, or maybe you're starting to follow your own intuition and your own, internal compass, which is amazing. Okay, so this may be my spiritual power with the High Priestess. Some of you may be spiritual healers, some of you may be tarot readers, anything like that in my particular field. But not, if not necessarily, I think you just may have a lot of foresight about your life within the next 6 months. Like, you know what you want, you know where you're going, and you feel confident within that and sitting on that throne. You may not talk about it very much, but you may feel better about it. Some of you, again, with this movement, some of you may move with the Six of Swords, going to find better. Whether you want to or not, whether you mean to or not. For some reason, I feel the need to say that you may make this change out of, like, it's like a sporadic change. Like, oh, I have to move now because I got a new job. Or, oh, I have to move now because, I don't know, something crazy is going on in my life and I want to change. Like, so you may have to move, be kind of forced to move, or feel like you want to move within the next 6 months, okay? But that will end up being a blessing, especially if you end up meeting this person. Now, we got the King of Cups. We're talking about emotional maturity. We're talking about somebody who's giving, someone who's loving, someone who's caring, okay? Somebody who sits on that throne, honey, and holds it down. This is a very positive relationship. This does give me masculine energy, obviously, because of the card. So this you yourself may be female. But whoever this person is, again, they really emotionally balance you. They're very emotionally mature, and it's like they listen. Like, they actually listen and make you feel heard, which is what ends up fueling you to make the changes and kind of flip everything back around, is what I'm sensing from this deck. Like, it's very, very, very positive in that regard, okay? And hold your vision. Okay, so with this Hold Your Vision card, I know for a fact that is a meaning of needing to really dig your heels in on something. Again, like, you might want to abandon something. You might want to be done with something. You might want to quit with something. And then it's like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm this, I'm that. I don't want to do this anymore. You have to hold your vision within the next 6 months. This is your advice card. Hold on to that thing, okay? Do not stray away from the path, because I think you're going to want to. Yeah, pile number 1, you're going to want to. Something's going to happen. Something's going to change and shift, and you're going to be like, I want to get out of here. Yep. But no, don't do that. Just keep on pushing, especially like if this move happens for you, or like something crazy happens. Because, hey, you might meet this person, or you might get the dream job, or you might meet a good friend, or anything like that, okay? Let's get some clarity. Any clarity for pile number 1 about their blessings coming to them within the 6 months? Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Your ancient ancestors stand beside you. Anything else? Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Anything else? These cards are hidden. Hidden, okay? Sometimes you got to get the right deck for the right reading, okay? So we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeing the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. What did I just say? Can't make this up, people. You cannot make it up. So for sure, follow your divine guidance. And you'll get that feeling within your stomach with something. Even if it feels bad, give yourself a second and be like, okay, what does this look like for me going forward? What do I want this to look like for me going forward? And then create a plan and execute it going forward. But you have to tune in to your ancestors, to your angels, to your spirituality, to your intuition. Like, really tune into what it is that you want for your life. Don't feel alone, especially if you guys are going through some type of divorce or something like that, or like something where you feel isolated and nobody else really understands what you're going through. No, you are not alone. You have people watching over you constantly and just helping you and pushing you through. Like, you're even protected. I just look at those cats there. You are protected, honey bun. And then Anna, seeding the light, laying foundations in the divine plan. So right now you're in the laying foundations space. But I feel like for you, pile number one, what you're laying down within the next 6 months is going to get you where you've been trying to go all along. You know what I mean? But you cannot abandon this. You have to give it time. You have to be practical. You have to like create a plan for yourself, especially when it comes to money. Okay, love? But so it's looking real positive going forward. All right, lovely. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe below, and follow me on Instagram for daily updates for your zodiac sign. Okay, love you. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, pile number two, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what blessings are coming to you within the next 6 months. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this deck. Alrighty. Ooh, well, as per usual, change is coming. There may be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus in your life, or coming into your life. Ooh, these are pretty good cards, okay? Okay, number two. Okay, so I see Yansa here. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I think it's Yansa. Yeah, correct me, okay, y'all. But Yansa's swift. She's quick. She figures things out. She moves. She also likes change very much. Kind of whips and runs everything, but she's also very powerful and very active. She goes after what she wants. She is a go-getter. Something about her arms being open gives me like I've emerged. I become the butterfly. Like whatever cocoon you might have put yourself in previous years or in a relationship or a situation, now you're kind of like expanding that. You're literally going to get what you want. You may be researching, you may be working, whatever you're doing, you're like grabbing that thing. Okay, that's what I'm seeing for you within the next 6 months. We'll get back to Yansa because I have a feeling about this card, but we're gonna keep on going. Okay, but there may be some like a little bit of imbalance that might happen, especially when it may come to your childhood or something that you are holding on to. Like I think for some reason, this feels like the past for me as well. Like some of you may have felt like an imposter in some way in your life at some point, like you weren't being yourself or that someone wasn't being themselves or something like that. And that was affecting your life constantly. Is this individual, this person, or this emotional thing? You weren't sure how to handle it, so you just kind of were all over the place with it. And I think you've learned how to hone in that energy of like emotional imbalance or craziness that's going on in your life. Like you've learned how to hone in that imbalance to fly and just do the things that you want to do. Okay, but this will take a little bit of strategy. This will take a lot of fight. This will take a lot of thinking. This may even take having people with good opinions around you, people who have good intentions. Truthfully, like I would say, what is the word I'm looking for? Like you're looking at the things around you and you're going, okay, this works, this works, this works. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do to solve this problem. Like it's like you're assessing the situation. That's what it is. You're assessing the situation and then you're finding the best way to handle big things that are changing in your life or that are hurting you within your life. That's like the best part. You also could come into some influential relationships, just simply cooperating with other people, communicating with other people, people who have similar passions. And it doesn't necessarily have to be people. I just feel like it's kind of like finding that perfect three or trifecta of things that you want to see in your life. Like you're finding that literal perfect balance, especially when it comes to obtaining income or like passion projects. Truthfully, I see a lot of profit for this pile. I think a lot of you are going to experience a level of freedom in your own power, like really walking into yourself, and seeing those type of improvements. Any other messages for pile number two? What do their blessings look like within the next 6 months? Thank you. Yeah, maybe a little stress here, pile number two. Some little stress, maybe feeling like you have a lot to do, time running out, maybe people, trying to get things from you. I feel like this may be like a previous thing. I feel like this is a worry that's been carrying over for some time. But then you kind of get out of that. There is the possibility. Okay, like the thing about blessings is some things are blessings in disguise. So for a lot of you, I feel the need to say that you may have a moment where things are off or like you don't feel appreciated, you feel hurt, you feel like you have to start over. but it's so that you can gain this freedom. It's so that you can walk into your power and say, hey, I don't have to live life like this. Like I'm going to change it. Like it is what it is. I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen for you. So you may have to take on a job, take on a business plan. You're going to, like, you just fire burning everywhere in this reading. Like, it's like you just hyping yourself up. Like, I'm going to kill this. I'm going to kill this. Like, you're going to figure yourself out real soon. If you don't have it figured out, like, I feel like you're just going to make some really empowering changes for yourself, especially financially, specifically financially. Now, I feel like some of you may have been in a very restrictive relationship too, very specific person. You've been living with someone, or in the past, you've dealt with people who restricted your character a lot with this earth. I mean, this is upright, but I just feel like this person may have been very strict on you and just always, like kind of bringing you down to size, bringing you from flying, like pulling you. Y'all, I could have shot it because that just hit home. Because I was looking at these tombs earlier, these little tombstones, and I'm like, what is that? Like, I know it means something because I feel it, but I didn't know what it meant, and this just makes so much sense. It's as if they're weighing her down, like her little dress is attached to the tombstones. It's as if she's like trying to fly off, and they're grabbing at her. All of that is dead weight. All of those people are dead weight. All of those things are dead weight. The way that they're thinking are outdated. So you have to keep your own determination up. You know what I mean? And this could be an earth sign for some of you, but it could not be. This earth sign could be a positive person. This could be the person that's bringing in all of the, the funds, honey. But whoever this person is, they restricted you, and then it started to make you restrict your mind, but you fought through it. And you said, you know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna change my life. Okay? And that's a blessing within itself. Like, we're not even just talking about finances. That's a blessing within itself. Because once you feel free to be who you are, it's like life opens up for you. Just the way Janssen opened up them arms. Okay. And then say with this air sign. So you may have an air sign that convinces you to do so, because that is the airy nature of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, is to kind of help you change and communicate and be the best that you can be. Get that breath of fresh air that you probably have been needing for some time. But again, it's not good or bad. Again, both of these, you could have several people. All three of you guys could be working together. You know what I mean? But good or bad, now you're free and you're doing more, okay? So we're going to move on to your clarifiers. Let's see what's to it. King of Pentacles, cannot make this up. So this may be a younger earth sign. Maybe you're a child of yours. Page of Wands. What did I say? Page of Wands energy. Definitely got Janssen energy. Definitely got, let me figure this out and see how I can kill this, okay? Let's see how I can make this happen. We got the Four of Cups. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So either way, you are coming into some new money, honey, okay? You got a new idea. You got some money, some money ideas, something that could bring you money that you discover. Again, influential people. So you might have talked to somebody and they may put you on to something and you like, I can do that. That's what's coming for you. So you set out. You set out on this journey and you start, okay? There's also a Knight of Pentacles. So there, again, with that earth energy. You could meet an earth sign who along the way, and he's like, hey, look, I see you walking. I got a horse. I'm taking out. Y'all, I'm taking out. Take me out the game. He said, I see you walking, child. Get on the horse. Okay? And this could just be somebody with a younger energy, and you're walking away from it. Whatever resonates. If it don't apply, let it fly, honey, okay? So then we also have the Four of Cups here. So this is also emotional things that you're focusing on something that you don't need to know, that you no longer need to focus on. Give me a second, because this message is downloading, honey. You may be very resistant to the idea at first, whatever it is, whether it's moving, whether it's making changes, whether it's whatever you're trying to do. You may be very resistant of it at first, especially if it feels like someone's being kind of a little bit of a salesman, or if you're upset about something failing, or you're upset just emotionally all over the place. Like, you may be like, what is this you mean? What you mean I could make $10 doing this every 5 seconds or something like that? You know what I mean? You may be very resistant of it because you're so focused on what's wrong. Or I just heard someone's really focused on, stuff always goes bad, so why is this any different? So I'm just going to ignore it and focus on the cups I got. Like, that's kind of the energy I'm getting from you, pal number 2. But go for it. Okay, get out your emotional bag for a little bit and make it happen, Cap. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, your commitment is being tested. How bad do you want it? This is your advice for the next 6 months. So And that makes sense because like I told y'all, within that month, something's going to happen. Maybe you got some creditors on your back. You got somebody on your back. You're scared. You're worried. You're tired. You may have a lot going on in that regard. But it's all to get you where you're going ultimately. You know what I mean? So make sure that you're prepared to switch gears if that's what things call for. If something falls through for you, pile number 2, it's fine. No worries about it. It's just, it may not be the time at the time for you to do what you want to do, but it's going to pan out eventually. Okay, love? So let's get you some extra messages here. Anything else for pile number 2 that y'all need them to know about these blessings coming for the next 6 months? Child, I can't shuffle. Woo! Trust the niggle. I hate that word. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay? Trust that. Whatever feelings that you have, like you may have to be a little intuitive about what your next steps will be within your situation. Anything else for pile number 2? What do they need to know about the blessings coming to them within the next 6 months? What messages do you have about those blessings? They may not have nothing else, y'all. So too soon. Okay. Share your voice. Come out of your cave. Persecution and expression. Protection. Call your back your power. Cut the cord. Soul retrieval. Wow. Okay. Didn't we say that? So you probably already know what you got to do. For some of you, it's a mix of things, but trust what you're feeling about how to change your situation. That is what you need to do. Especially with that Iyansa card. Like, you are protected when you cut this cord, especially if it's a soul tie to somebody else. Get your power back from whomever, whatever this is that is, like, I don't want to say it's draining your energy, but that's like holding you down. Like, cut it. Cut the cord. Oh, child, I can't. Cut the cord. Look at her dress. Cut the cord from these things that basically take you from being who you want to be. And then speak out. Say what you want to say. Express yourself. For somebody, again, if you are like a social media influencer or if you're somebody who does like typically err on the end of not speaking your mind, to be fair and to be understanding to other people, this may be the time for you to start doing that. Like, don't be a little wallflower anymore if you can help it, okay? Or stop sacrificing. I just heard sacrificing yourself and your opinion for whomever this is or whoever these people are, okay, my love? Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. I hope you are having an amazing day. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading to find out what blessings are coming for you within the next 6 months, okay? So we're going to start off with these cards right here. I think y'all might have been my deck that was just trying to just fly like all over the place, honey bunny. Okay. So you may want to have picked or we're thinking about picking another pile. Okay. But, okay. Give me. I need to digest what y'all blessing is. So you have a mind that either right now or typically just gets ahead of you, honey bunny. It gets ahead of you a lot. It worries a lot. It stresses a lot, especially with the 9 of air. You may have some credit issues. You may have some stress. You may have some stuff that's going on or was going on for you. And that you're aiming to change, especially when it comes to money. I feel like money might be an issue right now, possibly losing like a job or just being in a messed up position altogether, like kind of needing to relive and relearn how to do things, when to do things, etc. So you may fall into a little bit of a mess. I ain't gonna lie to you. You may fall into a mess sometime within the next 6 months, or probably are already in it and end up coming out of it. But you have to get control of your mind, because you may feel like there's no way for you to make things happen in your life. Like you've messed up too far, you've gone too far. But no, that's not true. It's not true. There's many things that are coming in different directions, but you can redeem yourself from this. And a lot of it is being honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself, being honest with others. You see how this bird is in a cage? The cage bird is upside down. And this particular cage comes open when it's upside down. And I feel like you can get out if you want to. Okay, I'm just saying. You can get out if you want to. And I think at some point during the next 6 months, you're going to realize that. I don't have to do this way. You know what? I can, you know, and then you start making your plan. You start writing things down. You start, you know, just telling your truth. Because I think a lot of times what we need is a lot of honesty with ourselves about where we're at. And I think sometimes when we avoid it, we think we're helping by avoiding it. Like, oh, if we just hide from it, it'll go away. Just whisper. No. Like, sometimes you got to call a spade, call that demon by its name, and then move on. I think that's what you need to do, is be honest with yourself. And I think at some point you're going to be honest with yourself. And that's going to liberate you, and you are going to rise like a phoenix from the ashes, which is literally what this card says. Okay, I ain't playing. So I think that's what you need to do, pile number 3, and you will do within the next 6 months. So that'll end up being a blessing for you. Something about these guns too, the 9 of air, the guns at the bottom are making me feel like some of you may feel like there are a lot of people gunning for you, or a lot of things gunning for you, like life is gunning for you, if that makes any sense. Okay, and I think with the next six months you may think like, okay, life may be gunning for me, but I don't necessarily gotta sit up there and get shot, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There also may be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, that may be playing a role as well. So they may be a big old blessing, or somebody who helps you realize that that's not the case. I just heard they put the fires out for you. They may come in a lot with the water. Put that thing out, douse that thing out for you, or at least provide some emotional security, okay? Anything else for pile number 3? What blessings are coming for them within the next 6 months? Yes, a little bit of freedom. Maybe somebody artistic that's gonna come. Okay, I ain't asked them for all of that now. Okay, yeah, some of you may be in a relationship with somebody who's super, super loyal. They look after you. They kind of help you. This could be your energy as well, just always being kind of anxious and kind of fighting forward as well. But yeah, there's something or someone coming in that makes you feel more free, makes you feel more airy and willing to express self, and make things happen. Like, I just heard possibilities. Make things seem possible where they may not have been possible before. This person could be artsy, you know, super sweet, emotional. For some reason, I do get Pisces when I think of that, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anybody. Then again, this could be your energy as well. Again, because I think some of you may just have like emotional turmoil often, or be overwhelmed by life constantly, and you kind of let that lead a lot. And I think within the next 6 months, you're gonna realize like, it don't even gotta be like that. I can make something happen if I want to, okay? Let's get some clarity. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. We have strength. And we got the Page of Swords. Now, what did I say about y'all mind causing a lot of issues? Air and swords are all about the mental. All about the mental and the mind. And I think, and obviously the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, that those are attributes that you can attribute them with, being logical, being direct, you know, communicating, things of that nature. And I think that is where you are. You're realizing how much your mind affects you, and you're kind of going from the Page to the Queen. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. From the Page to the Queen. Like, you start off with a little bit of like a, maybe I can XYZ. And then you realize like, you know what, I can do this. And you sit in that throne of development, which is beautiful. You need to show a little bit of strength. I mean, I know that's obvious, but I think your emotions are softening you in a way that is not helpful. Because it causes you to lay down and die. Because it kind of causes you to like lay down and take what life throws at you. Instead of, like I said, you don't got to sit there and get shot. It's coming together now. I feel like that's kind of the energy. Like, your emotions aren't helping. They're actually kind of doing the opposite. Whereas like sometimes emotional maturity can be helpful and sweet and kind, especially within relationships. But I think in this case, it might be kind of hindering you. So you may do a lot of logical thinking, you know, being direct and kind of thinking of an actual plan for yourself and not being worried. Whereas you were worried before, now you like, no, I got this. I'm all right. I'm doing fine. Okay, kind of taming your beast. Taming your beast, pile number 3. Whatever that beast is, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just your emotions. It could be that, like I said, you felt like everything was against you and you tamed that beast. Oh, you're not going to make me feel like I'm not blah, blah, blah. You will. Okay, some of you may have, like I said, a girlfriend or a boyfriend who's there and helps you with this. And look at these Can't make this up. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, and a new start is coming. So some of you could be a fire sign. Do not have to be. That could be some of your placements. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But good things are happening. Good things are happening. You're going to see a change in your situation that you did not think was possible. But after you get over this hump. And you may already be on the path of getting through this hump. I really do think that some of you, this is a history that I'm seeing. I think some of y'all are like, okay, you know what? I'm going to change this like today. And once you start taking action, doing something about your situation, you know, looking into things. Like I keep picturing a person who just needs to look into something. Like they just think that something's going away or bad or that they don't have options, but they just need to try and they need to think about it and look at it. That's what I'm getting from y'all. So the blessing is really going to be starting over and getting to start over and getting into and feeling more in control of your life in a way that you're not tied to the negativities that you feel so deeply. Possibly even your logic and your faith in yourself is going to be a big deal too. Like I feel like a lot of you may not have had a lot of faith in yourself at one point in time, and now you're kind of like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. You know, I don't have to get upset. I don't have to just lay down and let life, you know, hurt me anymore. I can actually try and good things could happen. I think you may be blinding yourself a little bit, or have at least at one point, you know, with all of the things you think is wrong. Clarifying, what messages do you have? Wow. Yes. And I didn't even finish shuffling, y'all. Literally, they just tossed them all out. So we got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits and Soul Tribe. So definitely, it's all coming together. Like you start putting the pieces together within the next 6 months, and then you're like, oh, I can do this. But obviously, you do need to kind of, like anybody, you need to follow what works for you. For some of you, something's been on your mind for some time, and you just need to do something about it. That's it. Like at this point, it's just all about going forward, okay? It's only going to come together if you do something about it. It's nothing that you can just sit on and then it's going to happen, okay? Okay. And then we also have Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Okay, so enjoying yourself, again, having fun, being artistic. Maybe some of you are artistic or you know, have some type of gift that you're not using. And it will change your energy in the sense that it helps you enjoy things and keep you from being so serious. Again, with those emotions, you're so serious. Like, you're so, like, this is how life always is. Life just sucks. Like, I think that's what you got to go. So now it's like, change your energy by, like, letting life flow and, you know, having fun, enjoying yourself. And you would be surprised how things open up for you when you're not always restricting yourself to that. I ain't even playing. See, look, play, have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. Wow. Yep. But I feel like not only with that, pile number 3, when I looked at that card, I was thinking, when this thing happens or when this change starts happening, celebrate it. Don't instantly go back into, well, at least we got over that. Now let's see what the next problem is. Like actually go have fun and be grateful for it, okay? And then we have the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Like we said. You're being called to action. It's time to take action. You're being called to do something about your situation, and I think you know what that is, okay? Let's see. Yep, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on Instagram for Zodiac updates on a daily. I hope you are having an amazing day. I love you. Bye-bye. Hey, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. We're going to answer the question, what blessings are coming to you within the next 6 months? Okay, let's find out. So, hold on. 4, honey, this pile is it, okay? This pal is giving me hope. I hope this is my pal, okay? Okay, so we get a new opportunity. We get opportunities back, okay? Especially if you thought something was dead in the head and was not coming back. It is coming back to you, honey. It definitely is coming back to you. The situation might have been complicated at one point. with the Sun card, because I do remember that this card did like some loop-de-loops when it just did when it came out of the deck. So I knew that it was upright, but I get this feeling that at one point your situation might have been complicated, or you may have been causing delays in your own life, like pushing things back. But now you're getting that opportunity back within the next 6 months, especially and possibly a relationship. Now, this may not be romantic. Now, this is an air, two of air. So we're talking about communicating well with other people, making agreements, possibly, you know, teaming up with people. It could be a relationship, but it also could just be a friendship that helps you and then grows and helps develop you within the next 6 months as well. Possibly a partnership for anybody who's doing anything in regards to you know, creating businesses. But it's in the works. It's a mental thing. It's like something or someone is getting your mind working within the next 6 months, okay? So that's a blessing, okay? Also, there's an ending of a period where you might have been fighting with someone for some time. Fighting something for some time. It could be legal, it could be like an actual physical fight, it could be just words, whatever the case may be, like being hold on, a period of being misunderstood. For some reason, I feel the need to say, I feel like you may have been fighting with other people's, like, I don't know, thoughts about you, words about you, like you're fighting against something that you've been for a while, and I think you just have finally stopped and you've put yourself into a recovery period. It's over with, you've kind of already reached the hump, but I also think that you may be ending things. Now, this can go in multiple ways. Some of you are ending relationships that no longer serve you. They may be long-standing, I'm hearing 10 years and more. They're long-standing relationships, and you've been in them for so long, and you're just like, okay, you've been holding on to these things and these people for dear life. But to be honest, they have been like this constant battle to fight for who you are or what you want out of life. It started to take something from you after a while that you didn't even notice. Because like, and I can't describe it, because y'all, I'm not getting like you're yelling and screaming with someone. I really do feel like this is like, and you may be attracted to another pal too, but I just feel like you're talking and this person is just there because they already have a way of thinking about you. They're just like going in and out, you know, the ears. Like they're just not even listening because they've already attributed who you are. So as you've grown and developed and you changed and you've like became this person who's complicated in a sense where, you know, we're human. You know, you have different facets. You've grown. It's like they just don't care. Like they're like, you're still XYZ. And you're like, no, I'm not. And I think that that's where you kind of realize like, okay, I have to get away from this people because these people or this situation, because it's keeping me stagnant and it's making me, it's dragging me down and it's saddening me. But then there's also like this idea of like, you may be just holding on to the way things used to be. Like you're getting all this opportunity, sunshine in your face, you're getting new relationships, but you're like questioning if you should. Oh, I don't know about that. That's not typically how my life goes. That's not typically what I would go after. Maybe I shouldn't. Like I think you're doing that instead of just embracing it and loving it and like allowing your life to move forward. Don't hold on to who you used to be. Don't hold on to what you thought things would be. Don't hold on to things that are dead weight. What is the point? Let yourself move forward. All of that is over with, right? So we also have this here, message from air, telling you to stick to what you've promised yourself you do, because you have some beautiful things coming into your life, right? So for some reason, I'm getting someone who has said like, I don't know. I'm going to give like a random example. You've said that you're going to start that business. You know, you're going to start that business because this is something that's really important to you. You know, it's for the kids, it's for the homeless, and you know, you really want to do this for yourself, but you've been allowing like what people will think, or oh, I gotta move to do this, I don't want to leave these people, or you've been holding on to something, but it's a promise, you know you're going to do it or you want to do it, but you are doing everything in your power, like it's like your actions are doing something different than what you're mentally thinking. So you're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it in 2 years when this person is this or when that happened. Like, no. Like, just go ahead and stick with what you promised yourself you're going to do, because that's what's going to bring all of this beauty. The longer you stay, you know, in any kind of stagnant energy, is the longer it's going to take, because you got some blessings, okay? What's coming up? Clarity on the blessings coming for power number 4. Thank you. Clarity on the blessings coming for pile number 4. Emotional stability, balance. Yes, connections, getting into doors and getting around people who help you move to the next level. Again, there may be some type of partnership. For some of you, I really do think this is like a friend or a partner who like just kind of holds you down and holds your hand through like the next level of your life. Like, I hate to say this because it may sound horrible, but like issue is kind of like the one you have to go through to get to the other world, right? I feel like for you all, this is kind of like a transition person. They may be in your life long time, but I think being around this person, this situation, whatever, is going to make you realize how much this thing no longer fits you. You know what I mean? And so they kind of handhold you like into opposite. They handhold you into like going away from it, because then you start to realize like, wait, this doesn't fit me anymore. This fits me more. This feels good. And then that person's kind of like, or that situation, whatever, is like, yeah, come over here because this is where you belong. And I think that's when you'll start to realize like, oh, okay, something's different. And you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so balanced. Things are going to be peaceful. You're going to start seeing success. You know what I mean? But I think that dead weight is killing you, man. It's killing you, Smalls, if anybody knows the saying lie. Okay, so moving forward. Ooh, y'all, I could go to sleep. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles. Can it get any? It can't get any better than that. Look at y'all. The money, the abundance. Child, you got a child, you got pets. You got a love interest, okay? Get out of here, all right? I always say a love interest because I just feel like that man trying to talk to that lady. But anyway. But yes, that is a blessing, as you should, okay? And for something about these dogs, I feel like something's going on with this woman and these dogs. Like, I feel like you're just going to live out your days just happy and abundant. You know what I mean? From that point on, if you can keep up this progress. Yes. Okay? New swords, new ideas. Ace of Swords, okay? This Ace of Swords makes me also feel like you are using that sword to like kind of cut ties. And again, you may be attracted to another pal, but I feel like there's this beginning of a thought and the inspiration, like I said, this hand holding, going through to do something. And you're like, okay, great, I'm walking in my purpose, I'm walking in my power. And then there's just like this string that's like keeping you, and you realize to cut it off. And that's going to be really hard for you to do for some time. Like, it's really going to be hard for you to do for a while, okay, before you get it. Of course, obviously within the next 6 months, but like it's probably been for a while. And now you're like, okay, I got it. And you're working toward it. All of this is Pentacles. Oh, this is bread for sure. Definitely like fortune, wealth, abundance comes up a lot. Like, you're definitely coming into some type of financial blessing. And don't just think material. Also think just being in a space where you can multiply and expand your life. Like, I think you're doing that. You're just working. You're working, you're figuring it out. And like, for somebody, I keep picturing a person who, I don't even know what their background is, but they're in an office and they're like all suited and booted and pretty and things like that. Like this man with this suit, I'll get to that. But you know, you're there, you're looking all nice, and you're with your colleagues, and you're like, this is where I need to be. And you're smiling and you're laughing, but then there's that thing in the back of your head, like, dang, if I do this, I'm gonna have to leave. If I do this, I'm gonna have to stop. You see what I'm saying? Like, but the whole time you're like, I love it here, but you're just steady tacking back there. You know, and you like these people with this suit on. I don't know, but you figure it out. So let's see. Ooh. Adjustments are required. So you do have to make adjustments. We're not even going to elaborate on that. You know what you need to adjust. You're going to get what you're looking for, but you have to adjust. What's not working? Because everything's working. So what isn't working? Get rid of it. Rid yourself of it, please. Okay? Because it's blocking. It's straight blocking. And I do want to explain that it's blocking when anything that isn't supposed to go to the next level, as we all know, is a weight. You're going to go there regardless. But when you get to the gate of whatever you're trying to do, when you go through, the gates are going to close on whatever that thing is, and it's not going to be pretty. So it's either you let it go yourself and give yourself time to heal, give yourself some time to heal, give yourself some time to get over the fact that you've had to like disassociate from something or someone and then, walk through the gates like clear conscience than it is for you to have to forcefully let something go at that moment that you make a choice, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense to somebody. But heal. Give yourself time to heal. And balance your spirituality and practicality. And we're talking about balance here as well. So that's giving me very much being willing to tap into, and I don't know, Ishu just gave me all of life, like with that gate analogy and this. You're walking into and towards your purpose, but just make sure you are being, yes, as you're being practical and you're making things happen in your life, that you are tapping into that spiritual stability that you need, whatever that looks like for you. For some of you, it may be meditating. For some of you, it may be following more of your intuition. It may be manifesting, whatever the case may be. Only you know. There's something spiritual that you need to tap more into to help you make these decisions and to help you do the healing that you need to do within your situation. Because it also talks about after such a tough situation, you need a time to rest. I feel like some of you probably need to go into hiding for a little bit so that you can come back stronger. Okay? But it's blessed, honey. Like, it's all blessed. After this little resting period you gonna get, some of you maybe even need to take a vacation or just take some days to yourself at some point within this 6 months. But child, when you come back after doing what you need to do, okay, any clarity for my power fours? Anything they need to know about the blessings coming to them within the next 6 months? What's that niggling feeling trying to tell you? Something's telling you something. God is trying to tell you something. Okay? Oh, y'all, hold on. Sometimes tarot can just surprise you to death. Okay? Take a break, as you should. Take a break. We keep talking about this rest. Take a break. I think for some of you, a lot has happened or will happen at some point. Life's work is not a season. Get off the treadmill. Take a break. Take a moment. That makes so much sense, especially with this balanced practicality and spirituality and this 5 of Fire card. Like, just take a minute. Take a minute if something happens to make adjustments, whether that's having a more balanced schedule where you're not all about work, but you do a little bit of play, like whatever the case may be, because whatever you're building is more than just a couple here and there, if that makes any sense. Like it's more than a quick fix. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. We talked about intuition earlier. You know what you need to do. I'm not even going to elaborate on that. You know what you need to do. Pal number 4. Deep replenishment, rest, and be held. Take a break. So take a second for yourself. I feel the need to really encourage somebody, like, you're not going to lose everything by taking a moment to deal with what you need to deal with. Because this is happening. Okay, it's happening for you already. So just take a moment, especially if things are coming at you fast or like you got a lot going on real quick. Like, it's okay, because it's going to happen anyway. You taking a couple weeks off ain't going to do nothing. You cutting that thing off ain't going to do nothing. You feeling like you got to run yourself into the ground, it's not necessary. You good. And just say yes. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to your life. Say yes to this. Because I think oftentimes when we work hard like that, it's about this much of like, if I don't work this hard, I'm going to fail. And I think you need to, and I just got a little bit of pressure in the chest, a little nervous at the word fail. And that might be some of you. You may get a little anxiety when somebody say fail, I'm failure. You might get a little offended, but that's okay, because you're not going to fail. Say yes. Say claim this reading. Now you ain't got to do it in the comments or nothing like that, but literally mentally be like, yeah, this is me. Don't question it. Don't second guess it. Don't say, no, I got to keep working because if I don't, it's going to fall apart. Like, none of that. Give yourself a second, okay, love? Thank you so much for watching this reading, pile number 4. If this reading resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. I hope you are having an amazing day, and I love you. Bye.